Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited about this setup. I just love the twinkling perfect lights coming through the trees, and I get to use my little paperweights, put them to good use. I painted them yesterday outside. Oh my goodness, you guys, I feel this full moon energy. Again, welcome to your daily pop. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm so excited. When I have the really restful influences and great energy and perfect weather conditions and filming conditions, I have a cat on my lap, I have baby on my lap, and I have moonbeams 2 feet away. And ordinarily, they will not be in the same vicinity, and they will hiss and they will run away from one another. But now I have all the birds coming down to eat, and everybody's just really chill. There is like really magic energy in my backyard right now. So I'm going to get up to some things later. I'm going to be painting. I'm going to be writing. But let's talk about this full moon energy right now. And the reason I pick good luck in home is because that's really where it starts, right? Are we in harmony in the place that we live? Is it getting a little overcluttered? And I myself can raise my hand to that. And I know that I do need to move a few things out. And I'm getting in that, that kind of mode where I'm going to be able to do that. And I'm not going to have like an unhealthy attachment to things that just no longer serve me. And this full moon is great for that because, again, Capricorns, they don't like stifled, stagnant, overbearing, overcomplicated energy or homes. They like to just streamline, that kind of Virgo principle of clean lines and let's be efficient. We don't need 15 pots and pans. We can have one or two all clouds that last for decades. All right, no, it's okay. You be nice. Right now, Moonbeams is trying to make her way over to the altar, and the movement is making baby get a little bit edgy. But really, let's make our home a beautiful place to come home to walk into, have the energy right now. If you can, open your windows and doors and let this fresh, beautiful full moon air just waft through. Sage. I saw this thing this morning in one of my workbooks and I loved it. And if you come over to IG, you'll see it. And it's called Making, it's like a vision tree. And by the end of the video, I'll go through my notebook that I have close by and I'll show you a visual of it, because I love this idea of making an intention tree or some of the things that we're working towards. And in the trunk that's what we really want. And mine is like right at the trunk of the tree where I want the root of the matter is. I want to have more space and create more space in my day, in my week, and not try to condense things so tightly. Same thing in my home. I want more room and space, and I want to really let people in my life that I love and care for, let them know that pretty much like on a daily basis with little reminders. I had a fantastic chat with Joni yesterday. If you guys saw my IG, we were out in the nature center and it was gorgeous out, and it opened up room for a nice dialogue, how in areas it's nice to check in more with people because they feel like you're just getting on with your life and you're all happy and better off without them in your presence. And people do think this. If they see you thriving, say on IG or Twitter, you're vacationing, you're doing all these things, and they don't feel included in it, they feel like, oh well, I guess I'm not important enough to kind of be in the loop of what's going on in your life. So we have to send people daily reminders, especially relatives of this. They do matter, and how they feel and how they're feeling is very important to us. So I feel like summer is a great time for contemplating. It's a great time for creating symbology, thank you cards, talismans, being out in wildlife, making wishes, honoring one another. Another example was I took the time yesterday, and oftentimes I just get in my car and I go places and I'll see my neighbors doing certain things. And I love all my neighbors. They are cool as hell. The Chows are fantastic. I love Joy and Miranda, my neighbors across the way. They're all just really good people. And I noticed Joy getting out of her car and her hair looked different. So I was like, oh, I'll go over and say hi. And I found out a whole bunch of, things that's going on with her that is tremendously, it's tough going, and I just thought, because I don't like to give away personal information, but a lot of things health-wise that I wouldn't have known if I hadn't stopped and asked. So taking that time out and speak to your neighbors, and I'm really excited because I want to go create her a lovely feel better basket, because I do know people's energies that are caretakers, and she's a massive caretaker, just taking care of her family and her mother and everybody else and neglecting herself and just working and doing all this stuff, and then realizing, wow, I really need a break and I need to take care of my sense of well-being and all this. So I'm really excited to put her together a big feel better basket, because sometimes it's just nice to know that people are authentically thinking of us, because we wave at our neighbors, we say hey, but oftentimes we don't know really the bare bones of what's happening. And it's nice sometimes to just ask and for them to trust you and share and relay information, because all our kids grew up together on this street, and it was really wonderful. So that's when I'm talking about home too. What are our neighbors doing, and is there some way that we can help? This is also a really good time for writing poems, having imaginings of what we want our near future to be like each day. If I really want to go accomplish something, and I know I've got my mojo is a little low on motivation or physical energy, I'll picture myself. I had to do this morning for myself, getting into the shower. I know that I have a lot of good luck in my life. I really do. I just get a lot of fun, strange opportunities. I meet the coolest, weirdest people. I will tap into, I'll just grab one of my journals, books, or decks, and it will have the information I was looking for. I feel really lucky like that. And I feel supremely lucky that my home has this backyard. I can do readings for you guys. I can get in touch with my more grounded self, animals, all of this. And one of my big goals on this kind of tree of intention is a more holistic approach to things. And one of my offspring, Joni, is fantastic with this. They make themselves homemade teas, and they really kind of understand how their body works, and is always hydrating and caring for themselves in that manner. And I thought, I really want to go about that. And I began that last night. I made some chamomile blueberry tea, and I started to feel better, because I don't usually drink teas, and I'm like, damn girl, you got to be drinking some teas. This is also a beautiful phase for empowering. Music helps with this. It eliminates and releases a lot of toxins and stresses. I was on my YouTube channel this morning. I went on to one of the beautiful megahertz channels, and I will post some of that stuff over on IG too. Really has this great rhythms. There goes the cat. I'm like, she is not going to be able to resist that bird that close, and off she goes. Okay, so you guys, big time to reprioritize and reset. Okay, big reset button. So asking yourself, and I'm going to pull just two beautiful affirming cards on this. I have a great deck, and I love this deck right here, and I want to pull two tarot cards, and we're going to see, because I definitely feel like this is time for this energy to just show up. So let's see what's going on with the walrus. Abandonment, escapism, and true seeing. Absolutely. So gone are the times where we are just simply going to escape and abandon a project, because Capricorn energy goes, no, just have follow through. You'll be proud of yourself. Escapism, constantly scrolling maybe on social media, TV or whatever. It's like, let's take a look, true seeing at our life. Where can we implement little changes? The one thing that I know is more healthy and we're able to do much more efficiently is if we take things in small steps. Let's take this first step, push down that first domino. I would like to be a little more early rising, because I'm highly nocturnal. I'm wide awake at 2 a.m. and I'm doing all kinds of stuff, but now I need to acclimate. We're going on vacation, and Ian is an early riser. He's going to want to hit the beaches, see all the little sights and everything at basically 8-9 p.m. and I want to be able to be in a good mood for that. So what's the first thing we can do? True seeing is, I know that I like that time because I'm alone and everything is quiet, but I can have that in my backyard. So let's truly see that. We can convince ourselves of anything. So let's convince ourselves of what the truth really is, right? What are we escaping from? And oftentimes we do need to be careful that we're not escaping with any kind of thing that is going to be detrimental to us. Overeating, eating our problems, drinking, or doing things that are going to be detrimental to our health that we then just later have to clean up, right? This also happens with, I used to do this with just impulse spending and being like, oh my God, what is all this stuff? Like, it's so unnecessary, creams and lotions and potions and all those things that you see in line, right? Then you have to clean up the financial mess and be like, you know what? Now I need to earn more money to pay for all these weird impulse things. So not doing that as well is really, really important. Now I love this because this is everything. Apprenticeship, quality, craftsmanship, and mastery. This is a this is the most fantastic time right now with this Capricorn moon to master certain skills, because we simplify. We're like, all right, we don't need all these bells and whistles and extra, so let's really simplify our life. The first thing that comes into my mind, like, be really still for one moment and see what creeps into your mind. Let's address that, because there's a reason that is the thing that popped in your head. Like, either my skin is a little scary, or I really feel like I'm feeling less flexible physically. Really, I feel these things that are pressing will pop up, and just be true and address them and be like, how can I master my self-control not to overindulge and to stretch more and to exercise more and to spend less, bring things into my life. Really just concentrate on it. Everything that I do now, I take this conscious pause and I say, is this necessary? Seriously. When I'm shopping, like I have to go out and get some things later for our trip, and every single thing that I touch before I put it in the basket, I'm going to be like, is this necessary, or is it an impulse? Because sometimes it's nice when we get things, we're like, I'm going to wear this dress to a great party that's coming up. I'm going to do this when this, and it's fun to have that item. But this is about not being excessive and really simplifying everything, our wardrobe, our beauty routines, our also how we go about our day, because I like to have like a little map in my mind. If I'm passing this park, hey, I can stop and take a quick stroll. If I'm passing like my favorite coffee shop, I can get a little treat to reward me for running all these tasks. Like today, as you guys know, I don't love appointments and bureaucratic stuff, but Hagen really I want him to go have his teeth cleaned before we go away for this week and have something look, because he feels like a wisdom tooth might be coming in. And I'm like, just book it right now, right when he's saying this and it's in your mind, just book it. Boom, done. He's scheduled in tomorrow. Done and dusted, right? Do that for yourself. If you feel there is anything that is bothering you internally in your physical self, just have it looked at. Honestly, after you do it, it gives you such peace of mind. It's all those little dangling threads that we haven't done that will irritate and keep coming back into our psyche and antagonize us. So let's get it taken care of, right? That weird old squeaky chair out in your lawn, whatever it is, it's like once you do those little things, Capricorns don't like excessive threads dangling over. All those open tabs, they're ready to close. And that's what's going to happen for you in the next week. You're going to be able to tap in, master all those little things. Done. I sent this package. Done. I made this phone call and appointment. Done. And you're going to feel really, really great. Okay, you guys, so I try to keep the pops to a minimum. So I am just going to say that I'm wishing you the absolute best and the lightest energy. And remember, we can move a muscle and change a thought any minute of the day. We can have a reset. If you're feeling like, oh crap, I just overindulged in all this stuff, and guess what? You can change how you're feeling about your day by getting up and just walking around. Look for the thing that makes you happy and brings you light, the thing you're looking forward to. People love a happy expectation, so give yourself a little something to look forward to. Go on and pick a vacation spot that you want to visit in the next 6 months. Give yourself something to look forward to and feel your vibration go up. This works for me moment to moment. If I first say, oh my gosh, I got a big workload in cleaning and sorting, I'll go, well, let me give myself something to look forward to later today. I'll see a new show that's out that I'm psyched about. So, it brings up your vibration, and then you feel like joy. You're bringing joy into your life. Doing something nice for somebody. Pick yourself up a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Comment down below if you have been indulging and treating yourself well, because I'd like to hear about it and the ways that you do it, because I feel like we sometimes put ourselves last, and that's the cool thing about Capricorns. They look after themselves. They look after their well-being. I feel like a lot of earth signs, they love a beautiful aesthetic. They do it. They like quality things, quality people, and quality time. And that's what you're going for. So love and light, everybody.